How would you like to win £180,000? I would love to win £180,000. Someone could win £180,000, a first of its kind sporting challenge that's going to be taking place at the Alexandra Palace on the World Championship stage before the final. All you need to do is go up there in front of a few thousand people who are probably going to be cheering and jeering. The pressure of scoring 180 points, but you get 9 darts to do it. Is this achievable? How achievable is that? And what sort of level do we need to be in order to do so? I'm going to break it down and have a look at it to see what the best way is and maybe give a few tips and a bit of advice to the lucky winner who will be going up on that stage. Now, to help me out with this, I've enrolled Jodie. Jodie is my partner who's been playing darts for about 18 months now and plays sort of local league level, sort of pub sort of standard league. Her average ranges at the moment, but the most consistent sort of base that we've got really for Jodie is she averages around 40. So can someone who averages around 40 achieve this task? Well, actually, I base that the most successful players at this challenge will come around about the 51 average. Now, that comes because we've got a difference between our scoring average and a difference between our match average. Our match average in general, when we take a look at the world's top players, the top 10 performers in regards to the Pro Tour this season, we can see that the difference between their match average and their front 9 average ranges from around about 11 points to 8 points. And as I work my way through the Pro Tour rankings, what I tend to find is that the gap is on average around about 9. So you may look at this and go, you need to be a 60 average player because that's what it breaks down to, but that's match average. Match average of 51 should be able to get you over the line, because remember, with your match average to your scoring average, the difference is moving around the board to try and set up the double, throwing at less powerful targets, and also throwing at the doubles themselves, where you may be hitting some no scores and no much success. Jodie started off really well here. She's had 2 goes and found 2 levels of success, so she's 2-0 up in regards to what she can achieve here. She's having 5 goes in total to give us a bit of a base. Now this one, obviously I know the outcome, don't I? This one's interesting. The first couple of goes, Jodie started with 100, she was successful. On the second go, she started with 94. She was successful. On this occasion, she's only started with 7, which means she needs to hit something big to get herself back into it. This is where the psychology of this challenge could really come into play, because you can find yourself chasing. And with just a score of 7, the 100 rescues it, but still needs 73 with that last score. Wasn't able to do so, and that is the first fail. So Jodie's still 2-1 up on this challenge, but psychology could really come into play here. Now, I think this is very much the case. I think this is going to come down to, on the day, if you start well. Because if you're going there just thinking to throw 9 straight darts, the pressure is going to build each and every time. Have a go at this at home with your practice. Just go, how many darts can I throw straight before I throw one off the line? It's a very, very tricky task to do. Even professional players don't run that score up maybe as high as you would think. So is the strategy to look at other areas of the board? We've got the 14s, we've got the 11s where we've got 42 and 33, which gives us an extended area on the treble, but the singles just aren't scoring as much. So I wouldn't advise that. Maybe the strategy could be to look at the bullseye. We see the bullseye challenge, don't we, on TV back in the day. 101 in 6 darts. The non-dart player would always traditionally throw at the bullseye, because whatever they do, whatever they miss, they're still going to be racking up points. That's a strategy. But the success rate just doesn't warrant it. 25 on the outer ball, 50 on the bullseye, means you've got to be quite accurate. It limits the success, and when you get that semi-level of success, hitting the 25, you are only 5 points better off than keeping the darts straight and throwing at those 20s. which means we need a higher range of success. The 20s is a much, much bigger target to throw at rather than trying to throw into that condensed area of the bullseye. So is there a strategy here to move away from the 20s and move around the board? I don't think there is. I think the best thing here to do is to try and just keep the arm straight and go through. If you can get a treble 20, we're going to make life a bit easier. And going back to the point of starting strong, Jodie wanted to carry on throwing. She had about another 10, 12 goes off camera at that challenge. And every time she was successful, she had a good score in the first 3 darts. So I think when it comes to the day, that's going to be key. How do you get involved with this, guys? Simply, you need to make a donation. There's over 26,000 people so far made the donations. We're raising money and awareness for prostate cancer. I will put the link in the description down below so you can go check that out. See if you can get yourself involved. Maybe you could be throwing 9 darts to try and win £180,000. If it is you, my advice, stick to the 20s. Stick to those 20s is your highest possibility of success. Catch you soon. Some more Edgar TV.